Everyone stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we go live, tap the bell. I go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you're here right now, say what up. We have the S&Ps up 27, Dow's up 252, NASDAQ up 58. Man. Happy Monday. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Jeff, Sunscrave, Jose? How you doing? Prey Reaper. Good morning. Good morning. I know I've been a little bit MIA. I'll let you guys know what's going on here once some more people join, so I don't have to repeat myself. Last week was an eventful week for me personally. So, Samir, what's going on? If you guys could do me the favor, hit the like button. We're going to get into it right now. The market is up, pretty decent. Dow's up 250, NASDAQ up 60, S&P's up 27 on the vaccine news. My Baba calls are screwed. Oof. Vaccine is rolling out right now. Vaccine was approved by the FDA, rolling out, being shipped out by FedEx and UPS. They began shipping out 2 million doses of the vaccine. Of course, the White House senior staff is going to be one of the first to get vaccinated, as you guys found out over the weekend. I mean, it was a pretty. I would say there was a lot of news this weekend on, obviously the vaccine. We were Virgin Galactic. I mean, I would say it was actually, obviously pretty active, But vaccine is rolling out. I don't know if it's good or not. I don't know if there's side effects. I don't know anything about that. But the market seems to be reacting that it's going to be good for the elimination of the coronavirus. So, on top of that, this weekend there was a cyber attack on the U.S. Treasury. It was kind of crazy. Yeah, Sunscreen. I'm gonna get to Neo here because I've been watching Neo. I'm actually in some trades. I'm actually gonna go over in just a minute all my positions and kind of figure out what we're gonna do, because some of the positions are good, some of the positions are not good. So we're gonna figure out what we do. I mean, I've been hedging and trading and trying to make some maneuvers here, but obviously it's gonna be a little bit crazy. Faiz, we'll talk about Tesla too. So Tesla's gonna be anyway, hold on, we'll get to that. But there was, over the weekend, the U.S. Treasury was they said it was hacked before, but I don't know. They're just saying it's reports of a cyber attack, so they can't say anything. So, some foreign governments are trying to attack the U.S. Treasury. I mean, I don't know what's in there. Apparently, there's not a whole lot in there, so I don't know what they're trying to get. But they're attacking the U.S. Treasury for something. Probably our Social Security cards, and they're gonna be buying Apple Watches at Target in Russia or something. I don't know. I don't know. But here's the situation. Here's the situation on Neo and where is it? Neo and Tesla. Okay. Tesla is going to be closing down production lines for the Model X and Model S for 18 days beginning December 24th. So Tesla's up, so Tesla's okay. However, Neo stock offering is going to be offered at $39 a share instead of $41.98. And that's why Neo's down. So Neo needs a little bit of cash. So they're trying to raise some money. Neo's coming down to $39.70. Offering was at $39. I think that this is, obviously it's not good to go sub 39, but this, again, 39 for Neo is balanced territory. I still feel comfortable. I mean, I day traded it a little bit last week on, it had some really, really clean bounces last week. I mean, last time it came down to 38, bounced right back at 48. Now we're back down at 39. So, will it test it and break down, or will it test it and bounce? That's kind of really what we need to see here. Is like, is the 50-day moving average, if it comes down to 37, will it hold? If not, probably going to come down to like the 30-25 area, So for NIO, I'm watching to kind of see, okay, it's gapping down. Obviously this morning is, some people are buying a little bit in here, but obviously from $42 a share, it's opening at $39.66. So it's down $2 a share, which is, pretty big. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here on NIO is are we going to bounce in this bounce territory? If so, great. Start to add. If not, I'm gonna watch 37, and if 37 breaks, I mean it's gonna be a problem. Okay. Tesla, on the other hand, Tesla is at 618 right now, close at 609. They're replacing. It was announced over the weekend. They're replacing on the S&P 500. It was like Apartments something, some company called Apartments. Anyways, they're replacing them on the S&P 500, and they're up this morning, even though they're going to shut down production for the Model X and Model S beginning December 24th. So I don't really know how that news is going to impact the stock price, but it's kind of weird. I don't know why they're going to do that either. Let me see if it says. Doesn't say. It just says employees working on the lines were told they were being given a full week of pay for the forced time off. Artie, Sarah, Faisal, how you doing? So that's kind of the situation for that. Now going into some of my plays here, some are good, some are bad. AMD right now, I just want to go over some of my plays just to kind of get you guys familiar for what I've been doing. Right now, I'm in the 92.5 call for AMD. It was down $43 at the close, so roughly down 7% at the close on Friday. Now, AMD is opening a little bit higher today, 92.30. I mean, so at a 52 delta, I'll probably be a little bit profitable on this trade. So I was down 43. I'm at 52 delta. Maybe my delta will increase. Maybe I'll be up like $10-15 on this AMD trade. So, we'll kind of see what happens. AMD, I do like that it's been bouncing off of 90. I think it might make a push to 95, but just not sure. And I had a really nice double bottom here, right? 89.98 or $90. So I've been playing that. So we'll kind of see how it goes. Amazon, I'm in Amazon. I have a credit put spread at the 3,100 mark on Amazon. I think I got a $2.40 credit for it. So, this is till January. I was down $27 on this position. We have time. 3,100, as you can see here. Pretty decent support right around 3,100. I mean, it's been bouncing. Range is getting relatively tight in this area here. It's bouncing between 3,100 and 3,200, just kind of pinging back and forth on Amazon. So I think that it's going to break to the upside due to holiday sales. I think that once they start reporting strong holiday sales, it's going to push it. Like I played Black Friday as well. Black Friday, they really pushed that up too. When Black Friday, when they started announcing like, oh, this is the biggest Black Friday or Cyber Monday for online sales of all time, right? Red Dust. There's more people here. Yeah, I think enough people are here. So what happened last week is that so my wife got an infection and took me out for a few days. I had to watch the kids, and we don't know if she needs to get her tonsils removed or not. We're trying to figure that out right now on the face. So I didn't mean to flake, but family first. You got to take care. You got to take care of your own. You got to take care of your family before I take care of you guys. Man, child was going Draco, Avich. What's going on? So that's kind of what happened last week. So I didn't get to live stream as my normal schedule because of just helping out, you know. Now, CRM. There's a couple different trades here, as you can see with CRM. I'm in a credit put spread I'm short the 245, long the 235, which is completely underwater, which is giving me this 411 loss here. And I think it's down roughly $400 right now. Now, this was an earnings trade that went bad, and I was like, well, I'm just going to hold. And now this is the week. So if CRM doesn't run, you know, to kind of minimize the losses here, we're going to have some trouble. Now it's tapping 224 this morning. Maybe CRM will run. I mean, it's been holding 220. Okay, it's been holding 220. But what I did to kind of offset this loss, I'm in a couple different positions now in CRM. I'm also in January. I have a credit put spread. I'm short the 220, long the 210, and then for this one, let me see. What kind of credit did I get for this? CRM. So I got a $4.32 credit. So $4.32 credit for this. I'm already up about $40 on this. This is for January. And then I'm long the 220 call in January as well, which at close on Friday was up about 1%. So, you know, what my goal here is to take these two positions, the naked call and the credit put spread, to offset this loss right here that I'm losing right now on the earnings trade that totally bombed me. Okay, so that's the situation right now. So I bought a credit put spread right here, or I shorted one per se, right at support, and as you can see, 220 support on CRM. It's been holding. I mean, it dipped down on earnings day, but it's been holding the 220, 219 area. So, you know, as long as it stays above 220 for the next few days, next few weeks, you know, we should be making some decent money. And if we get a run up to 228 again, 230, that 220 CRM call is going to be paying out. Now, I'm also in GS, which this is max loss. I've been holding this for a month. This was a debit put spread. I thought the banks were going to go down. The banks blasted off to infinity, so that's not working out. So there's only $7 left, so that's why this is down. Luckily, it's only a small loss. Home Depot, I'm also in a credit put spread for January. I'm short the 260, long the 255, which is up, you know, $19 or 10%. I got about a $2 credit for that. For Home Depot. Now, Home Depot, you know, if you trade, I don't know if anyone here trades Home Depot, but it's kind of a slow mover. I bought this. I put this trade on right around when it was like 261. It did dip below 258, but immediately got bought up. Right now, this morning is a little bit higher, but Home Depot is a slow mover. So if you're trying to trade Home Depot, don't try to get too aggressive. It's a slow mover, and when it moves, it really moves. But overall, I mean, it kind of just like takes its time to get to where it wants to go. I mean, last 3 days, I mean, it's been pinging 262, 264, back and forth, which is perfect for a credit put spread kind of hands-off situation. Now, the biggest mistake of last week, Lululemon. I bought a Lululemon. I'm currently down $323. I made the mistake of buying this week expiration instead of further out, which is why Thetis coming in super hot. This thing's down 36%. I mean, I probably should have cut it and pushed it out further, but now that ship has kind of sailed, right? So Lululemon, I put this trade on. It's down 36%. You know, it's not a good look. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna be doing with Lululemon. You know, can Lululemon get a push to 350? I think it can, but if it breaks this area, I mean, we're gonna be in for a rough ride. You know, it's gonna be bad. You know, it did touch. It's sitting right now. Right now, it's sitting on the 50-day moving average. You know, just sitting right here. So can we get a little bit of a bounce? We'll see. You know, we'll see. I mean, it tried to last Friday. You know, bounced from 342 up to 356, came back down, faded the rest of the day. Now we're back down here, 344. So, you know, it's opening a little bit on the red. So I got to see what I'm going to do with Lululemon. Now, NEO, NIO, I'm also in a credit put spread, but I'm short the 50 put, long the 48 put. Currently down on this 14%. Going to be down on this more this morning, so I got to figure out what I want to do with NEO. I have been making some really nice day trades on it, so that's probably what I'm going to be focusing on. I'm probably not going to put on another credit put spread. I'm probably going to focus on day trading this. It might just move too quick. I feel like anytime NEO gaps down, it just immediately gets bought up, like every time. You know what I mean? Like, so we'll see. If it's moving too fast, I might just wait for a better entry. Right now my strategy really has been kind of waiting the first half hour, waiting for that range and just kind of picking off some easy targets, NEO bounce at 39.50. Yeah, we'll see. And then last but not least, the biggest loser, or not the biggest loser, but one of the percentage wise, this thing's down 91%. This was a debit put spread as well. So I put Uber and GS on at the same time. These kind of been my market hedge. Obviously, the market's been going nothing but up, which is why these like Uber and GS debit put spreads have not been working out. So luckily, I'm only going to lose $80 on this, only $100 on this. So between the two of them, the loss is pretty minimal. But Uber, I just can't believe Uber's up, this high. But I guess as we're preparing for travel, this is up higher than it was in 2019. So I don't know if we're in some sort of bubble or like it just seems like, why would this be higher than end of 2019? And I'm kind of thinking to myself that this COVID vaccine news and what's happening might make the market a little bit too excited, and if the market gets too excited, we could go up for an extended period of time, but the pullback is going to be pretty harsh. You know what I mean? So, do you plan to play this week FedEx or Nike? So this week earnings, I don't know, we'll see. FedEx, we got Nike. We also have the Fed interest rates announcement on Wednesday, and then keep in mind, Wednesday is going to be Fed day, so we have the interest rate announcement on Wednesday, along with the Jerome Powell press conference. So just be very mindful. 2 p.m. Eastern time is the rate announcement, and 2:30 p.m. Eastern time is the Fed Jerome Powell press conference. So just be mindful. So we got a little bit of earnings is kind of bad. Not a whole lot going on for earnings. Also today, forgot to say, electoral college votes on the presidential candidate today. So today is decision day, if Biden or Trump are going to win. So we'll see. It's going to come to a head here. The Supreme Court shot down Trump's case. Electoral college votes today, most likely for Biden. So just be prepared for that. I don't know if the market is going to react or not. I don't know. We'll see. The market's already been kind of reacting, and it's been showing favor to Biden. But we'll kind of see what happens. Anything can happen. Right now we got Q's at 303. SPY is at 368. We're having a $2 gap up, $2, and we'll see. I don't know. You guys think we're gonna go all-time highs today? Or are we not? Are we gonna gap up and sit? Like I hate the gap ups and sit, gap up and sit, or gap down and sit. Like then you're just waiting around and nothing ever happens. But for Nike earnings, what I don't like about Nike earnings is, why is it Friday after close? Let's see here. Let's see what Tastyworks has to say. Oh, Tastyworks is not saying when earnings is. Thinkorswim saying on the this is saying December 18th. What if Nike I don't like that it's Friday after, like, why is it Friday after market close? Seems like they're going to report bad news. Like, that's just my, I don't know. Yeah, I think Matthew, nice to see you, man. I think market's already reacted to Biden gap up and sit for sure just because I have NQ calls. Childress, what's going on? Because it's bad news. Yeah, Cody. I don't like that. I don't like that Nike's earnings are Friday after close. Like, that doesn't sound right to me. But FedEx, they're gapping up. They're the heroes. They're shipping out the coronavirus vaccine, gapping up, of course. I guess what we should have done was bought after this sub 300, by FedEx. But who knows? How are you gonna know? Right? If you guys want a little bit of good news today, Popeyes is launching beignets nationwide. You know what? Chick-fil-A, God's Chicken's not doing this, but Popeyes is bringing beignets to the market, and they're going to add chocolate beignets. So, just letting you know. +1 for Popeyes, -1 for Chick-fil-A. So that's some good news. I know. Like, most times when we're sitting here talking about the stock market, we're talking about bad news. Now, other bad news. I don't know if anybody was in this, and it was kind of interesting. This was kind of interesting. I didn't trade it, but over the weekend, Virgin Galactic had their space flight test. It failed, obviously, and SPCE down pretty considerable, so I don't know if anybody traded this. The interesting part was the amount of people that were loading up on puts was enormous. So I don't know if somebody knew something, but obviously I was kind of thinking to myself, like, why would Virgin Galactic test this if they knew it was going to fail? So probably it was just heavy betting that it was going to fail, which, like, kind of sucks. Like, how do you want to bet against somebody that's trying to do good for them? It's like, so I mean, I didn't trade it. I mean, I saw the price action. I saw there was heavy put volume, heavy put action, and I mean, like, big buys for the puts on Virgin Galactic. So those are gonna pay out. Those are gonna pay out today. So we're this is gonna gap down. I don't know if anyone's in there, but just be careful if you're trading like Virgin Galactic, space launches and stuff like that. That's an event can cause you considerable losses because you don't know the outcome of the event. Course ETA. So Red Desk. I've been working every night. I've been working every night till 1 a.m. And I think the official launch date. I think so, is going to be January 2nd. I recorded most of the content, but got to edit it, got to push it through, and there's a lot of written materials for you guys. It's probably one of the hardest things I ever worked on. Chick-fil-A has the softest chicken and buns ever. It's getting a little rowdy in here. But that spicy chicken sandwich in Popeyes snacks, oh man. McRib. Now this is 20. No, we're not buying the McRib. If you follow me on Twitter, specifically said don't buy the McRib. Don't buy the McRib. But yeah, Red Dust, I'm tired. I need the training to come out as well because I'm just exhausted. I'm just putting so much energy in this. Yo, Dick's is great. I mean, they might have a little bit of a cold winter, but They're still really high up here. Hungriest live stream ever. But yeah, Dix's, I mean, they're solid. I mean, nothing but up. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, a lot of people play sports in the wintertime. I mean, I'm in Chicago right now. It's freaking cold. Today's gonna be like in the 20s, which is like, I mean, just brace yourself. Once you hit the 20s, the 10s and the single digits are next. It's not gonna be great. It's not gonna be great. All right, market's opening in 3 minutes. Apple's up to 122.90, so it's only moving up 50 cents here. Let's see, IWM pretty solid, 190. I mean, it's gapping up $2, pretty healthy there. Alibaba, why is Alibaba down? Alibaba faces antitrust fines in China. Alibaba is turning on, China's turning on Alibaba. All because Jack Ma said those things. What will be interesting here? I don't know if they can do it. Can Alibaba move from China to a different country? That would send a very strong message. You know what I mean? Like what? I mean, because Alibaba is a global company now. They're not just in China. They got data centers all over the world for their cloud infrastructure. What do you guys think? Can they move Alibaba out of China? Today, obviously, look for like Wynn Resorts, MGM. What's Boeing doing? Yeah, MGM's up, Wynn's up. Boeing's up. I wonder if Boeing has been pulling quite the fade over the last few days. I mean, it had a nice $13, $14 fade, but it looks like it could push up from here. Look, it did the same thing a couple weeks ago, where we were fading and pushed up, fade, and this could be the catalyst where we push up on Boeing. Now, I'm not going to get in any Boeing calls, okay? But I'm just reading the chart the way I see it, Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna do it. But that's a situation. LAZR at support. Yeah, laser. So I made some pretty good money shorting some naked puts on the climb up, but this climb down has been intense. I sold at 47, thankfully, because this would definitely, if I didn't sell those naked puts, if I didn't buy those naked puts back, definitely would be underwater. So I made decent money on this swing up here. So I was just kind of waiting to see what happens. But shorting naked puts in this company seems to be pretty profitable if you can catch it right. But you need down in here. Right now the puts monthlies. 195% implied volatility. So we'll see. These were going for a lot more when I was trading them. Yo, Daniel, what's going on, man? Long time no see in the live stream, bro. Yeah, Zoom is going to be pushing down the day. So Zoom is going to be pushing down. All right, so we're up. Let's see here. Yeah, Zoom's going to be pushing down on this news here. Check out VERU went from $6 Friday to $10 pre-market. Let's check it out. Oof. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Yeah, premium a little bit obviously on the rich side. And then this company only has $2.50 wide strike. So for like a single digit stock, you want to have more flexibility in here. I feel like you don't have a lot of flexibility for trading this, I mean, if you're going to buy the stock, buy the stock. But for trading options, it's going to be, it's going to be hit or miss. All right, let's see. What do we got going on here for some of these trades here? Let's see. CRM. Let's see. Of course, CRM is going to push down a little bit here. Apple's pushing up right now. NIO pushing up, of course. Of course they are. Go Johnny Jims for sure. All right, so yeah, Neo's pushing up from here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we can hold it. I don't want to be the first. I don't want to be the first one in, but I think that it's gonna. I think it's gonna close this gap here. Usually does it. It usually does it really fast too. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't want to be the first guy in though. I don't trade the first 15 minutes of the day anyway. So let's see here. Let's take a look at AMD. AMD. Yeah, AMD came down, but it's trying to push back up. Yeah, we'll see how the market reacts. I mean, we have Tesla's up. Tesla's moving up pretty fast here, 18. It's probably going to help NIO, honestly. What's your prediction for Tesla? Well, if it could break 655, 660, I mean, I think it could go. I mean, it could move 700 relatively easily. I mean, we've seen it move $50 in a day, $40 in a day back in here a couple days ago. So I mean, I think it's broken out of this consolidation here. I mean, it wasn't a long consolidation, but it was 2.5 months or so, and now it's pushing out. What I'd like to see happen, what's going to happen are two different things. I mean, I would like it to come back down to 550, 500, retest and push back up. But like the chances of that happening are relatively, I would say slim to none. But it is Tesla. I mean, it is Tesla. I mean, it could definitely do some crazy stuff. All right, AMD is pushing now. All right, let's make some money at AMD. Let's go. Lululemon's getting destroyed though. It's like literally getting axed to smithereens. I mean, it's just going straight down, like literally straight down. Like literally Lululemon. I think this is. I'm not gonna say it's the worst purchase of the year, but probably the second worst purchase of 2020 for me. Like why did I buy this? But we'll be good. I'm confident that I'm gonna pivot. I'm going to make some new trades here. I got some other good trades that are working for me right now. So I mean, I'm not too concerned. But yeah, they are just knocking it straight down. We'll see. I think there's opportunity here. I mean, I guess right now for Lululemon, I mean, if it doesn't bounce here, next stop is 325, 320 area for sure. If it doesn't bounce here, if it doesn't bounce back above the 50-day, going to be in trouble. I guess I put a little bit too much faith in the 50-day moving average, and now we're paying for it. And as a trader, you're gonna make mistakes, but how do you come through the other side? So we just gotta focus on making some good trades now. We gotta focus on making some good trades. I mean, last week, every single day was a green day for me. Every day, 5 days in a row. My last red day was the previous Friday. So you have to have that confidence when you come to the market that you can make, even if you have losing positions on, you have to have that confidence coming to the table that you're going to make a profitable trade. Like right now, I'm focusing on what's my next trade. What am I going to do? I'm going to let Lululemon do what it's going to do. We're just going to chill on that. Right now, I'm going to focus on what my next trade is, and I'm thinking that I'm going to either trade something in NIO or I'm going to trade something in AMD. That's what I'm thinking right now. Qs are flying. Right now, Nasdaq's up 101. Dow's up to 222, and the S&P's up 27. So, you know, definitely some interesting price action right now. I think SHRMF. Let's see here. SHRMF. Oof. Looks like it's run already. Yeah, I mean, these stocks are just, I mean, Mini Med. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's gonna push like at least $1.40, you know, $1.30, somewhere around there. Definitely think it could run. Okay, so NIO still, I mean, I know it. Like sometimes you just know things, but you don't want to break your rules. Like I don't want to enter right now because it's gonna break my rule. So I gotta wait. But NIO looks like a good debt buy. I think it's gonna close the gap, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not just gonna get in. You know, I'm gonna chill. We're gonna chill. We're gonna stack some deltas. We're gonna get in. It's gonna be good. Man, Lululemon's back up above 340 now. This thing's crazy. Look at this. Look at this. $5 pivot. Like, what's going on here? What in the world? This is crazy. All right, so I'm up a little bit. I'm up a little bit on AMD right now. AMD's pushing nice too. AMD is pushing straight up. So I mean, every day in the market's a battle, you know. But some of the tech stocks, I mean, they're relatively flat right now. We got Nvidia. Nvidia's pushing up 8 points. That's pretty nice. See if we can hit 535 area. FedEx premium is so high. If the premium is that high, you'd probably want to do. Let's see. You'd probably want to do a credit spread. You know, you don't want to buy premium if it's already high. And that's actually, I mean, it's okay. I would say it's at 88%. It's not that high. I mean, compared, it's 88% implied volatility is expected to move $24 this week. That's why the option pricing is high is the move. Not because it's inflated. I mean, sure, it's inflated a little bit. I mean, it's probably going to go from 88% down to like 50%. Excuse me. After earnings here on FedEx. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's see, Salesforce. Let's see if Salesforce is making another push here. It came down a little bit, but they're pushing back up above 223. And let's see if we can do it. I want you to do it. Boeing, like I said, it's getting pushed up. It's at 236. I'm looking for it. It's probably going to push, I would guess, 250. If we get some momentum, that is. If we get some momentum. And look how it's nicely riding this 10-day moving average. You know? Pushes up, comes back down, hits the 10-day, pushes up, comes back down, hits the 10-day, pushes up, and you're probably going to come back and hit the 10-day. Like, you just kind of follow the trend. Like, identifying trends will definitely save you some money. It's definitely going to help you determine which way, you know, the stock's going to go. Like, don't just chase. Just start thinking about things and start planning things out. It's going to help you out a lot. And Home Depot is ripping. Home Depot is just out of here, guys. I mean, it's just going. And it's trying to get back up to 280. Again, this was just, buying at support, sell at resistance, buy at support, sell at resistance for Home Depot right now. Right now it's in a tight range. I mean, could it crash? Sure. But I mean, that's the risk of trading. Like you can't have the perfect trade. You're gonna always have some sort of risk. Whenever you put a trade on, you're gonna have risk. There's always risk of it going against you. Always. Well, yeah, I mean, looks like it's nice to see that the NASDAQ is starting to catch up a little bit. SPY is actually outperforming SPY right now. Qs are outperforming SPY. Let's see what the Dow is doing. NASDAQ is outperforming man. Yeah, NASDAQ is outperforming Dow and the S&P, which is interesting because the NASDAQ was lagging behind the Dow and the S&P, and now NASDAQ is outperforming. That's good. That's good for if you're holding tech stocks and stuff. Hopefully NIO can hold this here at 40, and I'd like to get in this. I'd like to get in. But you gotta be careful trading stocks that are just had an offering. This could definitely flush. But what I'd like to see is another test of like the 39.80. I'd like to see another test right down here. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen, but I'd like to see another test here, stabilize, and then push up. Now, if it slices through, then obviously we're gonna be in some trouble here. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, all I have right now is a credit put spread, so I don't have anything really going on. Other than that, I don't have any day trades yet, so I'm trying to plan out a couple day trades right now. Trying to get a feel. Thoughts about RIDE, RIDE. I mean, it's right now it's mid-range. It's really 50-50. The only thing is, it's under the 50-day, it's under the 10-day. So if it just sits here and these come down, I mean, I think that would be a good look for RIDE. I think it would be good. I mean, it's kind of a wild stock. Could potentially have a double top situation here, but I mean, it could push back up. But seems to me you would need some sort of catalyst. Right now, I mean, it's right now it's moving around a lot. And CRM is red again? Man, CRM has just kind of been a cranky stock. Like, it's just like, it likes the 220, but it bounces off that, and then when it bounces hard, and then sometimes it fails. Just kind of crazy. It's probably gonna retest 221. Probably coming back down to this area, 221. We'll see. I mean, NASDAQ's really trying to push right now. Yeah, it definitely looks like a wild ride. I don't know about it, I would wait, for RIDE, I would wait for it to break the range. Like right now, it's not. I'd wait for it to break out. Or if it gets low enough, but I mean, it's just kind of, I don't know. It's a little bit too choppy for me, honestly. Like, I don't really like the way that chart is set up. And Netflix is up 550. And Netflix is ramping high. I thought maybe like the Disney news would have some sort of impact on Netflix, but it doesn't seem so. But Disney, I mean, I'm expecting that there's going to be some pullback on Disney, Like, I expect it. Like, I think it's coming back down to like the 160. I mean, it just got way overextended now. Sure, it could continue up for the foreseeable future, but I mean, I just feel like, I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys think Disney is going to come down, or you guys think it's like, I think 160. I think it's going to come down to 160, but could definitely push up to 180 from here too. But after a major move like that, the biggest mistake people make when trading Disney is that they chase too much. Like, Disney's not typically like a fast mover. And then when it does have those fast moves, like, you want to chill. You want to kind of back up because it's going to stop. Like that's just like Disney's stock personality. Like Disney's stock personality is it moves big, but then it doesn't like maintain that momentum. It like suddenly stops and then all the premium gets sucked out. So I'm just kind of watching to see, but I mean, I wouldn't mind selling some call spreads up here. Lots of long-term traders on Disney. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and Disney, I mean, it hasn't started breaking out until 2019. 2019 was actually when Disney started breaking out. I mean, the stock didn't move anywhere for 5 to 6 years. The stock was stuck. It wasn't going anywhere. And now it's going places. So the question is, are those people that held for the last, X amount of years going to take that money and move it out somewhere else to something better? Like, can you imagine holding on to a stock and it doesn't go up for 5 years? 5 years. Now, I get they pay dividends and stuff like that. Disney, I mean, they actually, no, Disney doesn't pay a dividend? Oh, man. I thought Disney paid dividends. Guess not. Disney's not a dividend payer. All right, Apple looks good for here for a push. If it's building solid base at 122.80. Looks like, I mean, this could push, Apple could push 124 today. It looks clean. Looks clean. We'll see. I don't know. I'm a little bit skeptical of this gap up, honestly, though. I'm a little bit skeptical right now. I don't know what's going to happen. Just watch. If you're not sure like what's going to happen with the market, like don't enter. Just kind of watch the price action, kind of see what's going to happen. Man, Uber and Lyft are up again. Uber's up 60 cents. Lyft is up $1.50. I mean, they're just out of here. I mean, is Lyft gonna go to $55? Lyft could go to 55. Yo, Ben, what's going on? DFIN. Lyft could go to 55. I might look at that. I might look at that later for a swing trade. Q's push 305. I think Apple's looking right though. DFIN. I mean, if it comes back down to 18, definitely a buy. I mean, this type of stock. I mean, if it's right in the 10-day, you just buy the pullbacks. That's all you can do. All right, so NIO. I'm still looking for a day trade in here. It's holding 40. What did I say? Look, it tested. It came back down to 39.84. This is what I said I wanted to see. A retest of 39.80 and push back up. And that's currently what it's doing. Can we double bottom here? Triple bottom? Push up? What indicators are you using? The ones I see on the screen, what do you use for swing or even day trading? So, the indicators on the screen right here, I have the blue line is the 10-day moving average. The yellow line or the gold line here is the 50-day. Purple line is the 200-day moving average, and then this indicator right here, where it's blue, is implied volatility, and then the bottom one is RSI, which I hardly ever use RSI. I'm mostly like, my main strategy is I focus on the trend and I focus on support and resistance. I don't get too carried away with all the technical indicators. Like the technical indicators, and that's why, like, for the most part, I find that the simpler you make your trading strategy, the easier you're going to have, the easier time you're going to have making money, because you're not going to second guess yourself. And the indicators, you have to think about this. The indicators are always lagging behind the market. They could tell you where they are currently at, but they're not going to tell you, where it's going to be projected in the future. Indicators really messed up a lot of traders during when we were trading the pandemic. Ooh, it looks like NIO is getting cut down. Oof. It's not going to hold 39.80. So Samir, I really keep it simple, and I think that the indicators really. Oh man, I like this Apple setup right here. I like it. This Apple setup looks clean on the 5-minute. We'll see. Right now we're getting a little bit of a pullback in the market. So, just keep your trading strategy simple. Like a lot of people, like they have all these lines on the screen, and they're doing all this stuff, and they're doing like, you're going to confuse yourself. Like, and then you're going to have indicators that contradict any other indicators, and then you're not going to know what to do. Like, just, focus on the price. Like, my main thing is, like, my trading strategy is mainly I just focus on the price and understanding how the stock reacts to when it's at that price. Is it the first time there? Is it been there repeatedly? Is it just bouncing there? Is it just sitting there? Is it, hey, every time this happens, this bounces, or every time this happens, it rips down? Like, that's where like I've used RSI, I've used MACD, all that stuff. And yes, if you're doing momentum trading and all that stuff, you can use it. But for me, I just find it better to focus on the price and keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate your strategy too much. Like, just because you use a lot of technical indicators doesn't mean you're better at trading than other people. Maybe technical indicators are for you. Maybe they are. But for me, and this is why it's important to have your own trading strategy, your own trading plan, because if you did what I did, it may not work for you. So you have to come to the realization what works best for you. That's why paper trading is key, and understanding where you're at. Thoughts on McDonald's? Andrew, so McDonald's has been getting some pretty heavy buy orders last week, and I was paying attention, but I'm like, man, McDonald's, they were getting some heavy volume on the call flow for like months out. And here we are. I mean, insiders probably had to know the vaccine was getting approved, right? You know what I mean? Like, because a lot of these stocks were down last week. I mean, this was getting held down. This was nice. The thing is, like, Andrew, I didn't want to trade McDonald's because, like, when the stock gets pinned, as you can see here, like, if I zoom in, when the stock gets pinned for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trading days, for McDonald's, sometimes it takes a very long time once it's pinned to get out. Like, once it's pinned, like, sometimes it just, like, is stuck for a very long time. So I'm like, okay, I see what's happening here, but how long do you want to be in the trade? So in this situation here, it looks like that buying was right, and they're not selling it off yet. I mean, they're just straight pumping this thing. So I mean, it's got a ways to go. I mean, obviously it's below the 50-day moving average, which is 218 right now. Had probably another $4 or $5 to go. If it could break that, I mean, 230, no problem. So if McDonald's, the way that I would trade McDonald's right now, if I'm looking for a position, probably going to see if it comes down to the 212, 211 area and then try to get in. But I don't know if it's going to give you that chance. It's better to miss the opportunity. I mean, you're going to get a chance to pull back, Yeah, I saw it there too last week, and I just didn't know. I didn't know how long it was going to sit there, so I didn't want to put a position on it. And McDonald's not my most favorite stock to trade, just because the way that it moves, like it. You could see that. I mean, they held it down for 5 days. Look at this. They held it down for literally 5 days, accumulated probably millions of dollars in shares, and then it just so happens to be up 3%. No, bro. It's definitely being manipulated here. When you see it manipulated, yes, you can get in, but you don't know how long this is going to go on for. You don't know. But they held the stock down. They pinned it. The algos pinned it. Meanwhile, the big boys are accumulating shares, and then it rips up. Just coincidentally, I'm just saying. I mean, it's just part of the game, You can't hate on it. You just gotta understand. You gotta understand where you are in like the trading ecosystem and understand your role in this. Like, my role in the market isn't to make it move huge. My role in the market is just taking a tiny piece and putting it into my account. That's all I can do. I can't make McDonald's go up. I can't pin McDonald's. I can't make Apple do anything. All I can do, ride the wave, set myself up for a high probability trade, and collect whatever little profit I can. That is my role in the market. All right, NIO going sub. I mean, it's bouncing again. I think I should lock in some calls, guys. I think I should lock in some calls on NIO. I'm gonna be more patient on it. I'm gonna be more patient on it. I mean, I really want to. I really want to. I'm gonna be more patient on it. We'll see what happens. So, you guys have a great trading day. I'm gonna take off here. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm not gonna rush into any trades. It's Monday, so just be careful. We got a big week. Today's election day, or the electoral college is voting today. So you guys stay safe out there. I don't know how that's going to react to the stock market. So you guys stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.